Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tilpan Study Center. Today we are doing most important chapter of history. What is the topic today?
Akbar. The Akbar was only 13 years old at the time of Humayun's death. There is a most important and there is a most for the Akbar. There is only for 13 years old. The father is a death. When his father died, Akbar ate the Kalonor in a Punjab and therefore his coronation took place in the Kalonor. Itself is a 1556. It was his tutor and Humayun as a favorite and confident is a BAIRAM Khan who served as the regent of the Mughal Empire from 1556 to the 1560. There is a most important period time for the BAIRAM Khan. He became there is a Wakil of the kingdom with the title of Khan-e-Khana. There is a Khan-e-Khana. There is most important title here. Take. One of the major achievements of his regency's period was the defeat of the Himu and the Afghan force in the second battle of Panipat in 1556, who were posing a serious threat to the Mughal Empire. There is a most important here and important also here. Regency of the BAIRAM Khan is a 1556 to 1560. There is a most important period time for the BAIRAM Khan. BAIRAM Khan is remained at the helm of the affair of the Mughal Empire for almost 4 years, which is popularly known as the period of BAIRAM Khan as regency. During this is a phase the appointed his favorite noble on important position. BAIRAM Khan is emerged as the most powerful noble. He became very arrogant. A group of nobles were opposed to him, and there is a madness to the influence is Akbar also. By this time, Akbar also wanted to assume to fully control. He removed BAIRAM Khan. BAIRAM Khan is revolted and was defeated. Akbar is pronounced him as asking him to retire. He decided to go to the Makkah for the pilgrimage. He was killed by Afghan near Ahmedabad. His son later on has become on the influential novel under to Akbar and famous as the Abdul Rahim Khana-e-Khan. There is the most important here. The Akbar started a policy of expansion after the overcoming initially problem and consolidating his hold on the throne. His major political power spread in different parts of the country where the most important first point here, the Rajput who were spread throughout the country as independent chief and kings, and where is concentrated is mainly in Rajasthan. The Afghan held a political control mainly in Gujarat, BIHAR and Bengal. There is a most important here. The Khandesh, Ahmednagar and Bijapur is a Golconda and few other kingdoms is a South India and Deccan were quite powerful. The fourth point here, Kabul and Kandahar is through the ruled by the Mughal factions and were hostile toward as Akbar. The Akbar through a systematic policy started the task of expanding his empire. The first step that Akbar took after the dismissal of the BAIRAM Khan was to put on end the conquest within the nobility. The demonstrated is the great diplomatic skill and organizational capability in the handling in aids. The Akbar started his policy of expansion with the central India in the 1559 or 60. The first expedition was sent to the capture of Gwalior before moving to the Malwa. The Malwa is a central India was ruled by the Waz Bahadur. The Waz Bahadur is the most important here, and the Akbar deputed to the Adhams Khan to the lead to the expeditions against it. Waz Bahadur was defeated and fell to the Brahmanpur and the Gondwana in the independent state in the central India ruled by the Rani Durgavati, the widows of the Dalpat Shah, and was conscripted as next to the Mughal Empire in 1564. The next year, the most important, the Rajasthan, the empire of Akbar time. There seemed that Akbar was fully aware of the importance of Rajput kingdoms and wanted them as allies in his the ambition of establishing a large empire. He tried to win over the Rajput wherever possible and introduced them into the Mughal service. He also entered into the matrimonial alliance with the Rajput rulers like Brahmal. The Rajput Brahmins of the Amber was the first to enter into the alliance with the Akbar. The Rajput kingdom like Meerut and the Jodhpur were also occupied without much resistance. However, Maharana Pratap, the ruler of the Mewar, is a most serious challenge to the Mughal Empire and did not be submit before Akbar. After a prolonged struggle and the siege of the fort of the Chittor, Akbar succeeded in the defeating the Mewar forces. A large number of Rajput soldiers got killed in a war. However, it could not be fully subdued and some resistance from the Mewar side continued for a long time. After the fall of Chittor, Ranthambore and the Kalinjar were captured. The Marawars is a Bikaner and Jaisalmer also is submitted to the Akbar. By 5670, Akbar has captured almost the wall of Rajasthan. The most important achievement of Akbar was that he spread there is the subjugations of the wall of Rajasthan where was is no hostility between to the Rajput and the Mughal. We will be discuss reason for it is a separate section in this lesson. The next year, Afghans. The Afghan era Gujarat, Bihar and Bengal. The Akbar as a compass is against the Afghan started with the Gujarat in 1572. One of the princes is Itamad Khan has invited to the Akbar to come and is a conquer it. Akbar himself is a march to be a Ahmedabad. The town was captured without any serious resistance. Surat with a strong is a fortress is offered some resistance but was also a capture. In a short time, most of the principalities of Gujarat were both under his control. Akbar organized the Gujarat into his province was the place in the under Mirza Aziz Koka and returned to the capital. Within a 6 months of various rebellious groups come together and revolted against the Mughal rules and the Mughal governor had to be asserted to the number of territories. The leader of the rebellions were to the Itiyar is Ul Mulak was the Muhammad Hussain Mirza and Akbar got to the new of rebellions in the Agra and he set out of the Ahmedabad. Akbar marched rapidly is a space is a managed to be reached the Ahmedabad in 10 days. The empress quickly is a surprise to the rebellions and there is a most important Bengal and Bihar which were is under control of the Afghans were paid attention after the Gujarat expedition. In 1574, Akbar along with the Munim Khan, Khan, is marched to about to the Bihar. In a short time, is the Hajipur and Patna were captured and Gaur, Bengal, was also is taken away. And within his the independent ruler of Bengal was ended in a 1576. By the 1592, the Mughal is a Mansubdar, the Raja is a Man Singh, and also both there is a bowl of the Orissa under the Mughal rule. There is a most important period time here. A series of conquests arises in some region of Mughal Empire in 1581. The Bengal, Bihar, Gujarat and northern West were mainly centered of is an unrest. The Afghan were at the root of these problems as sign there were is overthrow is everywhere by the Mughal. Apart from this, Akbar as a policy of strict administration of Jagirs was also responsible for this. A new policy was adopted according to which the Jagirdar were asked to submit the account of the Jagirs. This created justifications and Jagirdar is arose in their revolt. The Masum Khan, a Kabuli, is a Roshan Beg. Mirza Sarifuddin and the Arab Bahadurs were the main leader of the rebels. An imperial officer posted their tides to crush the rebellion. But here failed. Akbar immediately sent a large force under to the Raja Tohar Mal and Sakha Farid Baksh. A title letter is Azil Koka and the Sahbaz Khan were also sent to the help Tohadars is a Mal. And his birth declared to Akbar as a brothers is a Hakim's Mirza, who was the Kabul as there is the king. But soon the Mughal empires were able to successfully crush the rebellions in the Bihar, Bengal and join to the resistance. There is the most important time here. The next area is the Punjab and northern West. In the Punjab, Mirza Qasim was a create a problem for Akbar and the attack to Lahore. Is a Hakim's Mirza was expected a number of Mughal officers to join him, but no large group of join him. Akbar decided to the march to about to the Lahore himself. The Hakim Mirza immediately retreated and is the Akbar is control the whole region. He gave a first priority to the organize the protection of northern base frontier, and after his march to about to the Kabul and conquered their territory, Akbar gave to the charge of the Kabul to his sister Baksu Suina Begum. The later on there is Rajmal Singh was appointed to governor of Kabul and it was given to him a Jagir. Another important development in the northern western region was the rebellion of Rosanais, who is captured the road between to the Kabul and Hindustan. Rosanais was the Sikh established by a soldier who was called Pir Rosane in the region. His son Jalal was holding there is a Seb who had to the large flowing. There is Akbar is appointed to the Jain Khan is the commander of the strong force to the separatists of the Rosanais and established the Mughal control in the region. Shahid Khan and Gokhars and Rajya Biraval where is also sent with the separate force for the help of Jain Khan. In one of the operations is Biravals was killed with the most of his the force. Akbar was greatly distributed with there is a death of his trusted friend Birbal. His capture Rajya Todar Mal is the Rajya Mal Singh to the suppressed to the rebellions and they were successfully in the defecting to the Rosanai. The Akbar for a long time had his eyes set on the conquering the Kashmir. It was an exit to the Mughal Empire in 1586. Some is a pocket in the Sindh in the northern west were still independent. In 1590, Akbar appointed the Khane Khan as the governor of Multan and asking him to the subdue to the Baikochis as the tribes in the region and conquer to world is the territories. First, Thata was the Asin, there was a place in the Shakar in the Suba of Multan. The conflict with the bellicosis is their adjoining regions continued. Finally, by the year 1595, the complete supremacy of Mughals over to northwest region was established. There is the most important here. The next place here, the Deccan. The Deccan after 1590, Akbar is give a shape to a Deccan policy to the bearings and this start under Mughals control. During this period, the Deccan state were facing internal tensions and the regular conflict. In 1591, Akbar sent an officer to the Deccan state to asking them to accept. The Mughal sovereignties, but there was not a much success. Now Akbar decided on a policy of aggressions. The first expedition was a capture to the Ahmednagar under the command of Prince Murad and Abdul Rasim Khan is a Khana. In the 1595, the Mughal force invaded to Ahmednagar. Its ruler Chand Bibi decided to face the Mughals. The approach the Ibrahim Adil Shah of the Bijapur and Kutab Shah of the Golconda for help but with no success. Offers to confess to flower after heavier loss of both sides. A territory was the war kids out and Chanda Bibi ceded a bearer to the Mughals. After some time, Chanda Bibi attacked to bear to take its back. At this point is a Nizam Shahi, Qutb Shahi and Abdul Shahi troop to the decided to present a joint front. The Mughals suffering to heavy loss but could return their position. Meanwhile, there is a serious difference between to the Murad and Khana Khan beacon. And there is a Mughal is a position. Akbar is therefore is recalled Khana Khan and the rupture of the Abdul Fazl of Deccan. After the Prince Murad as death in 1598, Prince Danias as a Khana were sent to Deccan. The Ahmednagar was captured and soon their Mughal also is conquered their Ashanghar and the adjoining regions. Adil Shah of the Bijapur also expressed it to the legends and offered his the daughter is a marriage to Prince Denal. The meanwhile, the Chanda Bibi also died, and now Mughal is a territory is a Deccan included to the Asghar and the Brahmanpur and the Ahmednagar and the Berar. Along with the expansion of territory, Akbar is invited the policy of the absorbing the chief trains into the Mughal nobility. His policy is paid rich of dividend to the empire. The Mughal empire succeed in the getting the support of chieftain and there is armies for a new conquest. As a part of Mughal nobility, there is a help was also available for administering a large empire. In addition, a friendly relationship with them ensured peace for the empire. The chieftain also is benefited from this policy. Now they could be turned there is the territories and administer them as they are wished. In addition, they receive a Jagir and the Mansab. You will learn about this is the administrative meaning of lesson 12 of is a models 2. And there is the got a territory is a Jagir bigger than their kingdom. It is also provided them to security for the enemy and rebellions. And the many Rajput is a man Sabadar where is assigned their open territory as the Batan Jagir, which was the hereditary and non-transferable. The territory expansion under to Akbar gave a defined shape to the Mughal Empire. In the term of territory expansion, very little was added to the empire after Akbar, and some territory were added to during the reign of the SHAHJAHAN and the AURANGZEB in the Deccans and northern east of India. Here show the Mughal Empire of the map in the death of the Akbar. There is the most important here all over India the cover for the Mughal Empire on the Akbar time. There is the most important empire for the Mughal time and show in this map. But some area is not cover for the Mughal Empire at the death of the Akbar time. There is the most important part, it Godwana, Golconda and the Bijapurs and the Palagaras. There is the most important area here. There is a not cover for the Mughal Empire at the death of the Akbar time. There is the most important period time.